The year 2020 started full of opportunities after undergoing specialty training for 4 years at Batangas Medical Center. Only optimism was held to heart on what was to come. The end of residency sparked the beginning of many new endeavors.
Appointed as the Chief of Residence for the Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology, a young Dr. Mario A. Manor Jr. took a year off to give back to the institution that made him to what he is now, unleashing undoubtful leadership potential and testing the limits of the year's worth of gained capabilities. Being placed in a position of responsibility over the residents, the importance of the role as the guide and protector was reminded every day. Overseeing their work gave a sense of fulfillment. Remembering a time where the need for guidance and leadership was sought out from the previous seniors, the chance was now passed on to him, ready to plant a seedling of inspired work for them to look to when doubt clouds over their minds. It was just a few days into the new year when the alarming news of the Taal volcano eruption was felt throughout the province, reaching a wide diameter of ashfall even beyond the borders of Calabarzon. There was no time to take notice of where the patient was from or where she had her checkup. Doors were open to all according to Dr. Mario Jr. After one calamity comes another. The pandemic struck the nation with unsettling magnitude. Operations were closed, the streets were abandoned, homes were barred from the inside. The country was on lockdown, but the hospital would not sleep. Dr. Mario Jr. took charge in managing the patients and taking part on difficult operations, anything to lessen the burden that were visibly getting heavier on the limited residents' shoulders. To further help with the situation, Dr. Mario Jr. took upon the task as the point person for donations. Through this, important people were met, people who had the power and resources to help. Donations were coordinated from both government and non-government groups into achieving a goal, a simple purpose, to help those in need. Being a volunteer was a fulfilling job as mentioned by Dr. Mario Jr., like taking part in the hospital food volunteer group. Most of the establishments around the institution were closed or shut down. Food was scarce at a certain point. Taking those steps, there was the need to improve more to be a better version of what could possibly be. With the learnings held close to heart from the past, it taught the people how to manage confidently on what was perceived were opportunities during this pandemic. At the start of this pandemic, admittedly, the institution came ill-prepared. The battleground was scattered. There were no tears to fight with or to protect them from what was imminent danger just within their sights. But pushing forward through the enemy lines, now you know there was a young doctor named Mario A. Manor Jr. taking the risk, knowing that colleagues were pushing along with him, fighting the same fight, acting as one in Batangas Medical Center.